Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make French fries and basically any roasted vegetable at home in your oven without any oil, and they're not going to stick to the pan, they're going to be crispy, and the seasoning will stick. And there is only one tool that you need to do this, which I'm going to show you in this intro here, and then I just have a couple tips on how to get them to turn out the best and get the best end product. But first I kind of want to talk about maybe why you might want to avoid oil. If you follow any of like the big plant-based doctors, I'm sure you've heard all this before. I'm not going to go into like detail, but just in general, any benefits you can get from eating a vegetable oil, you could also get from eating a whole food like avocado and nuts and seeds. And getting the nutritional benefits from a whole food is always preferable to getting them from a processed food. I don't eliminate it because I think I would drive myself crazy, but I do try to limit it as much as I can, especially when I'm cooking at home. I just find that my skin is clearer when I do that. I mean, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and my skin's not perfect, but it's definitely clearer than it was a couple weeks ago when I was eating out every single day. Also, when you're cutting calories, it's a really big help to eliminate oil where you can, because oil can easily add 200 to 300 calories to your dish. You know, if you're roasting some broccoli and you toss in a couple tables of olive oil, you're making what's normally a very low calorie food into a high calorie food. So if you could, you know, get those calories back and have 200 to 300 extra calories every day to eat something else and something more substantial that's going to keep you full, then I find that that's really helpful. And then, you know, I don't know too much about cutting out oil for health problems personally, but I do know like some people who have heart disease and things like that will cut it out either because they were advised to by their doctor or because they're following one of the big plant-based doctors' diets. So I don't want this to be confused with me saying that fat is bad, because I am not on a low-fat diet. I like having fat in my diet. It keeps me full. It keeps me from craving things. But like I said, I just like to get it from the whole food and not the processed food. Now, what you need to do to get the perfect French fries and roasted vegetables without oil is buy this item that's going to change your life. Hello to my kitty. I'll make sure he's in the shot. He wants to hang out. You need to buy a silicone baking mat. This thing like literally is the #1 most used thing in my kitchen. I wish I would have bought it earlier. I put it off forever. I've only had mine for about 2-ish months, and as you can see, it's already pretty well worn. I got this for $20 at Bed Bath & Beyond, but the prices range depending on where you get it and what size you're getting. You can buy them on Amazon or Walmart or Target. So please invest in one of these, especially if you're plant-based, if you like roasting things, if you are the person who's constantly tossing your broccoli or sweet potatoes or Brussels sprouts in oil before you bake them, buy one of these. That gets rid of the biggest problem of things sticking to the pan. That's it. You don't need to do anything else in your cooking to get them to not stick to the pan or anything. Like, you could stop watching the video right now and you'd probably still get great French fries. But there are some other complaints that people seem to have when they don't use oil, and one of them is getting the food to be crispy. For this, I have experimented with different temperatures on my oven, and I found that the sweet spot is between 450 and 475 for a shorter amount of time. That gets my fries and vegetables, whatever, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. And then the last problem I see a lot is people have problem with the seasoning sticking to their food. I personally have not had this issue enough where I think it warrants drizzling on a bunch of oil, especially with potatoes, because they're already moist on the inside. So when you cut them and toss them in seasoning, I've always found that seasoning sticks. Vegetables can be harder depending on what the vegetable is. So if I'm really having problems with the vegetables, I'll just put it on after, because when they're baked and they're warm, especially if you're cooking from frozen, they're gonna be a little bit moist on the outside, and I'll toss them in seasoning then if I feel like the seasoning I put on beforehand didn't stick. I also saw this tip the other day, and I haven't tried it myself yet, but it makes sense. Depending on what the flavors of the seasoning are, you can use like a squeeze of lime or lemon juice after everything is cooked and then toss them. So those are my little tips. So today I'm going to be making fries and I'm going to be roasting some Brussels sprouts, but you can really use this roasting method for any vegetable. I would say you will probably just need to adjust the time depending on the vegetable. Just check up on it every 10 minutes or so. When you see the vegetables start to brown, give them a flip and then check up in another 10 minutes. And once you can pierce a fork through them, that's how you know they're done. That's my spiel. Enough talking. I'm hungry. Let's make some fries.